Hello, coaches, and welcome back to your push. I'm here to talk about how to get successful coaches out of your challenge group and kind of how to cultivate that relationship so they become a coach. So I wrote a couple things down because I do love whiteboards. Okay, challenge groups is the topic. What do we do as coaches? We run challenge groups. How often do we run challenge groups? We run them every single month. Yes, it's 30 days with a preseason, so there is going to be some overlap there. We run challenge groups for two reasons. We run challenge groups to help people, right? To help people get in shape, have accountability. Maybe they're trying to lose some weight. Maybe they're trying to be a better them. I also run challenge groups to get coaches out of those challenge groups. So we'll go into that in a little bit. So what do we like to create out of that challenge group? So I love to have a sense of community out of my challenge group. So this is a safe, trusting, loving space that people can come. They can talk openly about their problems, about their successes, what they're doing on a daily basis. This is truly the meat to why we run the challenge group, is so they can have a sense of accountability, so they can come to us as leaders. And also they can have results out of those challenge groups. So they look to us as their leader. So if we just want to take, if we want to, take their money, make another sale, maybe we want to just have them be a coach, we're probably not going to get much out of that. But if we start looking at it as we're giving, I think things will change around. So in my challenge group, I like to give prizes away. I like to be more present in my challenge groups. I like to offer my leadership, my one-on-one, my counseling. If I need to be texting them on a daily basis, I will absolutely do that. So kind of flip it. Instead of taking a lot of the things, maybe we need to look at it as giving ourselves. And out of that giving, you are going to get great coaches, I promise. The next topic I'm going to talk about is once you put together your next challenge group, what I like to do before the challenge group starts, I like to take a pen and a paper. Before group starts, I like to take a pen and paper and physically write down the people I think are going to be great coaches, so I can have my eye on them already. So I have it in my mind. They could be a good coach. Let's see how it goes, but I'm going to write their names down so I can physically know in my head that I think those people will be good coaches. So one weekend, I'm going to send a text. Yes, we do our weekly email check-ins, right? We all know that. On Sunday, after the first week, we do our weekly check-ins. I'm also going to send them a text and just say, hey girl, or guy, I think you are doing a fantastic job. You are so crucial in the group. Your responses are spot on. You're doing such an amazing job. And I just want to let you know that. So one weekend, I send them a text of encouragement. And yes, they could be doing your weekly emails and doing your check-ins too, but I'm going to send them a text and just tell them how great of a job I think they're doing and just give them a little pep in their step. Okay. I'm going to keep checking in with them on a weekly basis. I'm going to keep texting them. I'm also, this is going to sound a little stalkerish, but somehow it works. I'm going to start following their post on Facebook. So you can actually go to their page. You can say close acquaintances. And so every single time they post, they're going to pop up on your screen and I'm going to like it or comment every single time. So they kind of keep me in their mind as well and make sure they know that I'm watching them. Sounds really stalkerish, but it works. So 3 weeks in, I'm going to send them an email, a Hey Girl email. We spoke about Hey Girls last Sunday with Raquel, and actually I'm going to post some email topics to this page so y'all can have some examples of how to invite coaches. Or what I like to do is text them and say, I'm just letting you know that I think you would be a phenomenal coach. You've done so well in this group and I'd love to set up a time to meet, to talk with you. So I kind of set up a phone date with them and I go over some topics and I'll go over that in a second. But those are my steps to before my challenge group starts and during. Before it starts, I like to write down their names of who I think is going to be a great coach. One weekend, I send them a text of encouragement and let them know that they're doing awesome. They're very crucial in the group and their encouragement is spot on. I keep checking in with them every single week. I start following them on Facebook. I start liking everything they do. And 3 weeks in, I send them an email that I think that they'd be an awesome coach. Or what I do is I text them and I set up a phone date. Okay, now what do you do once they said, yes, I would love to have a phone call. I would love to do a Zoom call. I want to know more about the coaching experience. So you set up your phone call or a Zoom call. Your topics, this is just a basic information, a broad, let's see where they stand. This is not a get started right call. This is kind of a pre-get started right call. So topics. I talk about why did I become a coach, my experience back in April when I was a first challenger and I started with Jessica. So I talk about my experience and really why I love Beachbody. Next topic, I talk about how well they did in the challenge group. Encourage them and say, you did so awesome. Basically what you're doing, that's what you would do as a coach. You just need to get paid for it. So explain and talk about how well they did in the challenge group. Reason why I think they'd be a great coach. The reason why I think they'd be a great coach, I think they're a natural leader. I think their encouragement is spot on. I think they need that accountability for themselves to keep going. So if it's accountability, if they need that inspiration, it just comes natural to them. So talk about why they'd be an amazing coach. Talk about that you lay out everything for them. The Google Drive has everything they need. They just need to be posting on Facebook, which they already do. That's another great way I pick out my coaches. Who's already active on Facebook? Who already posts 3 times a day? That's going to be super easy for them to just pick it up and kind of insert Shakeology, your workouts, Beachbody just 1 time a day or 3 times a day. It doesn't matter. But if they're already posted on Facebook, it's not going to be that great of a change for them. They just need to be talking about what they love and how well they did in their group and their experience. Talk about the financial part, just briefly talk about it. But I like to encourage people to listen to the sneak peek call after this call. If they're interested, I want to set them up. Listen to the sneak peek call that we do every single month. I just invite them to the sneak peek. I tag them in the actual video so they know exactly where we're looking at. Have them listen to it. Go through it all. It's only 30 minutes, and then set up a get started right call with them to continue. So you set up their challenge group. What are they thinking for their times? And that's kind of explained later, but this is how to get coaches out of your challenge group. So I hope this was super helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. For your action item for today, I want you to pick out 2 people from your challenge group and start that communication. If you're already communicating with them on a daily basis, I need you to reach out and schedule your first call with them about being a coach. So to reiterate, you're going to reach out to 2 people in your challenge group or in your past challenge groups or people that have said no to you. No doesn't mean no, never. It means just not right now. So for this action item, I need you to reach out to 2 people, potential coaches, and set up a call or a Zoom call or send out an email. Okay, y'all have a wonderful day. I hope this was helpful, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye and good luck.